40 million people visit every year. They come for the lights, the spectacle, the promise that somewhere on this strip, luck might finally turn in their favor. Every single night, billions of dollars change hands in air-conditioned palaces built on sand, hotels so tall they scrape the Mojave sky, fountains that blast 22 million gallons of water into the desert air just because they can. Las Vegas is the most audacious city on Earth, a place that operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, that has no clocks on its casino floors, no windows, no reminders that the outside world even exists. It was engineered to make you forget, engineered to make you stay, engineered to take everything you have and make you smile while it does it. But this city wasn't always this way. Before the neon, before the casinos, before Frank Sinatra crooned at the Sands, and Howard Hughes bought half the strip from his penthouse window, there was nothing here. Absolutely nothing. Just the Mojave Desert. Brutal, unforgiving, and silent in a way that gets inside your bones. Temperatures hitting 115 degrees in summer. Flash floods carving through red rock canyons without warning. This was not a place where civilizations were supposed to flourish. And yet, thousands of years before the first resort broke ground, people were already here. The ancestral Puebloans roamed this basin. The southern Paiute people called it home for centuries, following the water, reading the land, surviving in conditions that would kill an unprepared man in days. They named it well, Las Vegas, Spanish for the meadows, because hidden in all that desolation there were springs, patches of green pushing up through cracked earth like a secret the desert was trying to keep. Those springs were everything, and they would set in motion a chain of events that nobody could have predicted. In 1829, a Mexican scout named Rafael Rivera became the first non-native person to lay eyes on this valley. He was part of a trading expedition and stumbled onto the springs while scouting ahead. He didn't know what he'd found. None of them did. For the next few decades, Las Vegas was just a waypoint, a dot on a trader's map, a place to water your horses on the long crossing between Santa Fe and Los Angeles. Mormon missionaries arrived in 1855, built a fort, tried to farm the land, and left within 2 years. The desert defeated them. Then in 1905, everything changed. May 15th, 1905, a single date that would reshape American history. The San Pedro, Los Angeles and Salt Lake Railroad ran its line directly through the Las Vegas Valley and auctioned off lots on a single day. Within hours, 1,200 parcels of land had been sold. A town of tents and ambition appeared almost overnight. By 1910, Las Vegas had a population of just 800 people. Dusty, rough, a railroad town with a few saloons and not much else. Nobody was calling it the entertainment capital of the world. Then the federal government made a decision that would light the fuse. 1931. America was broken. The Great Depression had swallowed the country whole. Banks were failing, families were starving, and the United States government, desperate to create jobs, desperate to generate power for a growing West, authorized the construction of the Boulder Dam, later renamed Hoover Dam. Just 30 miles from Las Vegas, 5,000 workers poured into the valley. They needed food. They needed beds. They needed somewhere to forget the brutal, back-breaking work of taming the Colorado River. That same year, Nevada made a decision no other state was willing to make. They legalized gambling. 6-week residency requirements for divorce were put in place, drawing thousands more to the state. Las Vegas cracked open its doors, and the money started to flow. By 1935, the population had climbed to 8,000. The dam was finished, the lights were on, and someone very dangerous had noticed. His name was Benjamin Siegel. Everyone called him Bugsy, though never to his face. He was charming, violent, visionary, and deeply connected to the most powerful organized crime families in America. Siegel arrived in Las Vegas in the mid-1940s and saw something nobody else could see. Not a dusty gambling town, a paradise, an empire, a place where the rules of polite society simply did not apply. In 1946, with $6 million in mob money, more than $80 million in today's dollars, Siegel opened the Flamingo Hotel. It was unlike anything the desert had ever seen. Lush gardens, a swimming pool, crystal chandeliers, a showroom with real Hollywood performers. Siegel wanted to make Las Vegas feel like Beverly Hills in the middle of nowhere. He wanted glamour. He wanted excess. He wanted the world to come to him. The opening night was a disaster. Bad weather grounded celebrity guests in Los Angeles. The hotel wasn't finished. The casino bled money. The mob was furious. On June 20th, 1947, sitting in his girlfriend's living room in Beverly Hills, Bugsy Siegel was shot dead. 4 bullets. He never saw it coming. But here's what's haunting. Within 25 minutes of Siegel's death, mob associates had already taken control of the Flamingo. The machine kept moving. The dream didn't die with Bugsy. It multiplied. Through the 1950s, Las Vegas became something out of a hallucination. The government was testing nuclear bombs just 65 miles north of the Strip. Mushroom clouds bloomed on the horizon, while tourists sat on hotel rooftops in lawn chairs, sipping cocktails and watching the explosions like fireworks. They called them dawn bomb parties. The atomic age was a marketing event. Vegas sold souvenirs. Meanwhile, the mob ran everything. The casinos were skimming millions in unreported cash. Corrupt officials looked the other way. The Rat Pack, Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. performed nightly at the Sands, turning the Strip into the coolest place on the planet. By 1960, 200,000 people called Las Vegas home, but underneath all the glamour, the city was rotting. The corruption couldn't hold forever. In the late 1960s, the federal government moved in. The Casino Control Act, FBI investigations, mob bosses hauled into courtrooms. One by one, the old guard crumbled, and just when it seemed like Las Vegas might collapse under the weight of its own criminal history, a different kind of eccentric billionaire arrived. Howard Hughes checked into the Desert Inn in 1966, refused to leave, and then simply bought the hotel. He would go on to purchase 6 more casinos. Hughes, paranoid and reclusive, buying up Las Vegas like it was a monopoly board, accidentally transformed the city's image. Corporate money replaced mob money. Wall Street replaced the back room. Las Vegas went legitimate, or at least legitimate-looking. The 1990s brought another reinvention, the mega resort era. The MGM Grand opened in 1993 as the largest hotel in the world, 5,000 rooms. The Luxor, the Bellagio, New York, New York, Treasure Island. Billions poured in. Developers from around the globe competed to build bigger, louder, more impossible structures in the desert. 30 million tourists arrived annually, then 40 million, then more. Las Vegas had fully shed its criminal skin. It had become a family destination, a convention hub, a sporting capital. When the Vegas Golden Knights played their first NHL season in 2017-2018, reaching the Stanley Cup Finals in their inaugural year, the entire country stood and took notice. This city could do anything. Today, nearly 2.3 million people live in the Las Vegas metropolitan area. The Strip generates more than $7 billion in gaming revenue every single year. The city hosts the Super Bowl, Formula One races, UFC championship fights, and residencies from the biggest names in music. It has reinvented itself more times than any other city in America. It has survived the mob. It survived nuclear fallout on its doorstep. It survived the darkest night in American music history, October 1st, 2017, when a gunman opened fire on a crowd of 22,000 concert-goers at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, killing 60 people and wounding hundreds more. The city went quiet that night, genuinely quiet. For the first time in its history, Las Vegas didn't know what to say, and then slowly it stood back up. Because that's what this city does. Las Vegas was built on a lie, the beautiful lie that fortune is just one more roll of the dice away. It was built by outlaws and visionaries, by federal money and mob money and corporate money and sheer human stubbornness. It was built in a place where nothing should exist, and it turned nothing into everything. The desert didn't stop it. The government didn't stop it. The mob didn't stop it. Tragedy didn't stop it. Las Vegas is not a city that was built to last. It was built to dazzle. And somehow, impossibly, it has done both. The lights on the Strip never go out. Not for weather, not for grief, not for history. They burn through the Mojave night like a dare, a defiant, reckless, luminous dare aimed directly at the darkness. And the darkness, so far, has always blinked first.